Hey there folks, it's Brittany Jackson from Learning Technologies, and today we're going to talk about looking at different reports that are available through Moodle for you to access. So here you can see I'm in the Moodle playground. Now, I don't need to, in this particular instance, turn editing on, though I can. But in this case, if I come over here to these three gears, pull that open, you see activities, question bank, course settings, and user links. Under user links, we start to have our reports. So the first one listed is activity completion. So if I click on that, I can come down here. I've got my two students in this class, and I can see what activities they've completed. They haven't completed very many of them, but the Hiram Terrier has completed Monroe test, Jackson testing assignment, tester, and super tester. I can take all this information and download it into Excel for myself, so I can look at it and organize it in a way that makes more sense for me, or I can review it in this format and be able to see everything I need. Depends on how many students you have in the class and how many assignments you've got. So I'm going to come back up here, back out to the Moodle Playground main area, though you can access this link from any of the pages. Click on the three gears. Under user links, we come down here and we go to course completion. Now here, it says there's no completion criteria set for this course, so I'm going to hit continue. In this case, I do not have any activities that students have to complete in order for me to be able to access things. So because I haven't set that criteria in most of the assignments, it's not going to show me that. So if I come back out here, I'm going to go to the begin testing here, turn on editing so I can look behind the scenes a little bit. But if I come over here to Super Tester, hit Edit, and Edit Settings, I scroll down here to this activity completion. This is going to give me the option of making sure students complete certain activities, and when they complete it, what happens. Now, this particular activity has been already marked as completed for one participant, so completing it would erase their completion state, but in this case, it doesn't matter, so I'm going to go ahead and hit Unlock Completion Settings. Then I'm going to scroll down here again, all the way to the bottom, under activity completion, and here we can now see the completion options available. So completion tracking, students can manually mark the activity as completed, or they can show the activity as complete when the conditions are met, and when they have to do that by. So I can make those decisions and choose save and return to course. I'm going to hit cancel because I don't really need to change anything there. So that's what would happen if I had anything marked for completion. I'd be able to see that in the course completion activity. So if I had all of the activities, if someone had all of the activities completed, something would show up there that I had marked. The other operating feature here is logs. So if you click on logs, here you can see you've got a whole bunch of options. So I want to look at this particular course. So this is the course, and Moodle Playground is the logs I want to look at. I can look at what participants. So I'm going to go down here to Hiram Terrier because I just want to look and see what they've been doing. All days, or you can specify a particular day if you're looking for whether they completed an assignment, or say they completed an assignment at a certain time and it didn't go through. You can kind of go in and at least see if they were looking in that general vicinity at a particular day and time. I'm going to leave it as all days because I want to see everything that the Hiram Terrier has been doing. If I wanted to narrow it down by a particular activity, so test quiz or Monroe test or any of those, I could choose those, but in this case, I'm going to leave it as all activities. Actions, was there a create where they submitted an assignment, a view, did they update anything, did they delete anything, did they do all changes? I typically just leave that one as all actions, unless I'm looking for something specific. And same with all sources, you can choose these. I tend to leave that one completely the same. And again, same with all events, I tend to just leave all events. And once I've got that set up, I can click Get These Logs. And now I'm looking at all of the logs for the Hiram Terrier. So I can see that today at 4:24, they viewed the course. And if I scroll a little bit further, you can see that I logged in as the Hiram Terrier to check and see on something. So you can see when someone has logged in as someone else as well. And if I scroll down, I can see all of their logs going back the entire length of this course. This one's been open for quite a long time, so there's quite a bit in here. If you're running your course, likely won't be as much, but depending on how frequently they go into the course or do anything, you may see a lot more activity here if there's someone who goes into that course several times a day or anything like that. I'm going to come back out here to the three gears. I'm going to click on View Live Logs because that's another report that we can run. So it's telling me the live updates. So I can pause the live updates, but this is what's happening in real time. So if Hiram Terrier logged in and did something right now, it would pop up here as I'm watching. So I can see, the view log report viewed. I was in course Moodle. So I can see myself and what I've been doing. And then, I went in as Matthew McKenna at some point, so you can see that. But all of this information is down here. eThink admin was in here checking something. So you can see all of the live updates in real time as you're going through. Now, if I click on these 3 gears again, I have the course participation report. And if I click on that, I get another set of options. So the activity module is where you can choose what activity you were looking for. I will look at your Monroe test. And then the look back, how far back do you want to look? I'm going to go back 8 weeks. And then I only want to look at the student information. So I'm going to choose student. And under show actions, I'm going to leave all actions because I want to see everything that happened. And if there's particular groups, you can set it up and look at particular groups. I'm going to leave on participants because I want to see what everybody was doing. So I've got those set. I click on go. And here I can see that neither of the students has done anything with this particular assignment. So here, if I go out to Monroe test and I click go, I can see that the Hiram Terrier has completed 6 things in this particular activity, and Matthew McKenna has done none. So if I click select all no, you now see a check mark show up here, so you can easily identify who hasn't completed the assignment. But I want to, these selected users, I want to send them a message. So if you click send a message, it's going to pop open. You type it out to anybody who doesn't have an assignment in and tell them you're still looking for it. That'll send it out right away. You send that message and you're good to go. And then you can say that you've addressed their issues. So that is the course participation report. If I click on those 3 gears again, the last option here is view activity report in that last column. So here I can see all of the different activities, specifically how many views they've had and by how many users, and when was the last time anybody accessed it. So announcements, we see that there's been 28 views by 6 users, and the last time anybody accessed it was October 15th, 2020. Monroe test, however, has had 68 views by 7 users, and last time was January 27th of 2021. So you can scroll down and see all of that information for every activity you've got listed in the course. So that is all of the reports that you can quickly run in Moodle to help you figure out anything going on in your class. As always, if you have questions or concerns, we're here to help you. So feel free to reach out. We're located in the library now. And as always, happy Moodling.